All right, welcome back, everybody. This is Gaming Vol with Vaping again. I'm here. We're going to go ahead and do some of these other Korthos quests to... We're actually going to work on the next one. So, like I said in my previous video, what we're trying to do is... Actually, I don't know if I broke it down in my previous video, actually. So, my thought process with these videos is... Everybody I've seen... They're great videos, by the way. Don't get me wrong. Definitely check them out. Check out Shrimp Tom, Axel, DDO, and I mean, I believe Voodoo has a bunch of them. I mean, there's a lot of good starting and tutorial videos out there. But the big thing I've noticed about a lot of them is they're long format videos. So most of them will be like hours long. So trying to maybe find a quest that you're specifically stuck on is a little difficult or not quite as easy to hunt down and find as me personally I would like. I know when I'm new in a game and there may be a specific mission or a specific quest or a specific puzzle or something I'm stuck on, and then if I go to look up a new player video or a tutorial video and everything's long format, it does kind of get a little tedious trying to hunt down specifically what you're looking for. So my whole goal here is I want to do them quest by quest or dungeon by dungeon, as this is DDO. So they're going to be shorter videos, not very long, and hopefully it'll kind of get you quicker to maybe the area that you're having issues with or you're struggling with. So that's kind of like my goal with these. And kind of, you know, like I said, slowly introduce you guys to the game. Maybe hope it'll help you answer any questions that you have. I'm not doing this scripted at all. I'm kind of going into a lot of these quests I may even be going into for the first time in a long time. Because generally, like I said, I've been playing DDO for years. I have a specific path that I usually follow when I'm trying to level to get to end game or to reincarnate, which is something we'll definitely talk about once we get there. And a lot of older players have that. They have they have a specific path that they follow. It kind of gives them the fastest experience, get them to end game the fastest. But unfortunately, as a VIP player, or sorry, as a free to play player, you're not going to have those options. Unfortunately, though, you can get to that. You work your way up to that because a lot of the packs. Excuse me, a lot of the packs and everything are available with DDO points, which you do actually earn just by playing the game, just by completing things in your monster manual, by favor farming. You get a couple hundred points by the time you get to level 20, when you'd be about ready to reincarnate. So it's definitely a good idea. Sorry, I woke up and there's just something in my throat. I'm trying to drink to get rid of it, but it's not working too well. So we're definitely going to cover all that in time when we get there. But we're just going to take it it's going to be a slow burn. I mean, I personally love the 1 to 20 leveling progression DDO offers. To me, it's an amazing experience. No other game offers it, especially once you start unlocking the other story lines and the story chains and getting some of the expansions. Like I said, which for the most part, they're all 100% free. If you want to put in the grind, they're all free to get. And even then, DDO's grind is not that hard compared to a lot of other games I've played. So let's go ahead and get to the next one. So go ahead and open my enhancement because I know in the last video I had to we went with Vanguard, so we're gonna go ahead and go back and do that. Let me re-accept that. I think I forgot to accept it last time, or for whatever reason I didn't save. So let's go ahead and move on to the next quest here, and we're going to talk to this guy. I think I talked to him at the last time. So this is a tutorial on how to bind your characters. We're going to go ahead and click on that. Basically, what he's going to do is he's going to tell you to go to your nearest inn. And if you're curious about where the inn is, push M just once, and you'll be able to get a bigger map. I love keeping my map kind of out. I don't like the little tiny map up there in the top right. It's just not me. I like having a larger map. I don't keep it this large, but I like it. It allows me to open it up so I can see. So you'll see the little like beer mug, coffee mug, whatever you want to call it, the green item right there. It's kind of flashing for us right now because we do have it marked as our next quest. So we're going ahead and go there. You can click on it if you want to click on it. And what it'll do is it'll mark it on the map for you. You can see now it has the little circle, yellow circle, gold circle around it. And what'll happen too is, let's see if I can go to kind of show what it'll do. I don't know if Korthos Island's going to be big enough for me to get far enough away from it. Maybe. Okay, there we go. Barely. So I just ran away from it, and you can see now I have a little yellow arrow kind of pointing me in the direction of my map marker. So we can just kind of run and follow that arrow. See, I like keeping my map like this. This is how I like keeping, and you can move this around too. You just kind of click where it says Korthos Village there, and you can kind of move it around wherever you like. I usually put mine about right up here. And then what I'll do with my map is, if you have the circle map in the top right, you just push M. It'll open it up, and you can click on the bottom corner, and you can kind of expand it how you like it. I just like keeping it something like that. That seems to be about good for me. We're going to go ahead and go here. We're going to go into the tavern. And we will talk to their guy named the Spirit Binder. You see him right here, Brother Maldine. Go ahead and click on him. And click on, if I fall in battle, can you bring me back? He's going to say, yes, I can. I'll resurrect you right here if you die. And he said, yes, I want to resurrect here. Boom. Now you're bound here. So if you die, what'll happen is you'll come up right back here. We're going to go ahead and leave. Now that that one's completed, we'll go ahead and move to the next one. You can kind of do these in just about any order you like. But what I'm going to do is we're going to start with this one up here at the top west. Northwest here. Top west, that's not a thing. Northwest. And then we'll speak with Kaja. She's going to ask you to come in here. Go ahead and open up that. So here's what I was talking about earlier. As a free-to-play player, you're only going to have normal available. So we're going to go ahead and enter.
Coming from deep in the crypt, you hear the
you'll talk to the crypt keeper.
Unsettling echoes that Kaya spoke of. And by the passage leading in, a grim-faced man glares at you.
All right.
Strange. Sarcophagi line the wall. You notice something strange about the wall to the west. If you search the wall, you may discover more.
Nope, we don't have a high enough search to see that. So we're going to keep on our way down this way. And you always kind of want to go after spellcasters first.
What were those cultists up to? A treasure chest glimmers in the dark passage.
And I can't remember if I said it on my last video, but the reason why I put my trip and my sunder under the hotbar that has the 1 on the right side is because that's the one that you're going, that's the one I always keep as what'll be linked to my num keys. They'll all be linked, but you have to hold Control 2 and it would switch over to my second one. If I do Control 1, it goes back to my first one. But that's the one that's going to be your kind of your main use one. So if you push Control 1, you'll see how it kind of highlights your first hotbar there. And if you, that way you only have to push 1 and 2 as opposed to Control 2, switch over, And as a Vanguard fighter, we're not going to be having a lot of spells, we'll have a lot of skills, but we're not going to have a lot of spells or anything we're going to have to worry about toggling through.
Another treasure chest. Perhaps the cultists brought it here, but it's yours now.
And I got talking and I kind of bypassed the first one down there. So we're going to go up to, this is going to be the northeast.
There's another Sahuagin. It croaks. Crag Wolf Heyton.
And then we're going to go straight to the altar.
A magical crest appears.
You want to try to destroy the altar before the resurrection, because it'll give you some extra XP. You can see there where it says optional under your
from further inside the crypt.
Your goals, your quest goals. So it says optional prevents Crag Wolf's Heytons remains from being desecrated by undeath. So basically, yeah, if we destroy the altar, it stops him from being desecrated and we get just a little bit of XP. We're going to come back out and then we're going to head straight south. We're going to go back to the one that I skipped on accident.
There's a Sahuagin in here, performing some kind of ritual.
And like I said, we're going to head straight to the altar of the Devourer. We're going to destroy that as fast as possible. And we get an extra 62 XP for that.
There might still be other altars elsewhere in this crypt.
Make sure you pick up the crests, because I have several times forgot to pick up them crests, and then you got to run all the way back. Take out your spellcasters, trip them. Here's your spellcaster. Trip him. If you trip him, he cannot do anything for a couple seconds. All right, so
A chest. It's out in the open and unprotected. And that's probably what the dead cultist by the chest thought.
okay, so I'm going to let the DM I want to let you guys get an idea of the DM. The DM in this game is such a great touch. I love hearing it. As a kid who grew up playing 2nd edition D&D, and the DM, you know, it just reminds me of my childhood a little bit, because I grew up playing D&D, tabletop D&D, and it's just a great touch, in my opinion. I don't know how else to describe it. It's nostalgic. It's a great touch. It's awesome. And the voice actors they get are phenomenal a lot of times. Okay, so you're going to see this chest here. Be careful not to just bolt for the chest. A lot of times you don't want to just bolt for chest. You kind of want to test out the area.
Acid
like
sprays
this.
out of the wall as the gate slams shut.
And then you can see it sprayed. It's done spraying. We can go ahead and collect our chest real quick. We're going to go ahead and grab it, jump over here, and then you're going to want to pull this lever. And one thing you'll notice is that wall that we had a feeling that there was something behind is actually this wall right here. You can see on the map that we're on the back end of that wall. And we can actually push this, and it'll open that for us. And be careful too. Yep. I said be careful. I wasn't being careful. Because when you come back around, it'll spray again.
In the middle of this chamber is an evil devourer.
And once again, we're gonna bolt right to the altar of the Devourer.
When the altar collapses, a third crest appears. It glows with cold magic.
And go ahead and grab that. All right, now that we have all three of them, we're gonna go back to that blue portal. Not portal, but the blue force field we saw earlier.
A magical barrier blocks the way, and behind it, another Sahuagin performs unholy rituals at a devourer altar. This barrier appears linked to 3 sockets in the wall. If you find the crests to those sockets, it may allow you passage.
All right. Okay, so we're going to come back here. We don't need to use them, but just so you can see, like I said in the last video, you will see rest shrines and resurrection shrines kind of sprinkled out through the missions, the dungeons. Keep wanting to say missions. If you look on your map, any rest or resurrection shrines that you've uncovered, you'll see them show up as like these little blue, like sitting people type things here. That'll kind of let you know on your map too where you have some. We're gonna head back this way, and then all you have to do is push E. It'll put the sockets in there. And then what we want to do, same thing. We're going to run straight to the altar of the Devourer. Hopefully we can destroy it before it gets rezzed. Alright, so we got some extra XP there. Our trip did not work.
Your bold actions saved
and we're completed. We're going to go ahead and loot the chest. We got a little bit of time too. We can look over, see what we have. Wisdom +1, spot +2. It's really not going to do much for us. But we'll go ahead and loot everything. We can sell it for money, because as a new character, you're definitely going to want your money. And then just go ahead and click the finish button. Then we're going to run back out here. We're going to talk to Kaja again. And she's going to give us a reward. And then what we'll do is look at these rewards. We got Amulet and Inner Focus. Gives us a +1 concentration, which helps us cast spells while being hit or taking damage, which we're not a spellcaster, so... And then the Amulet of the Brute, which gives us a -1 penalty to Intelligence and a -1 penalty to Wisdom, but gives us a +1 enhancement bonus to Constitution. Which is probably what we're going to do, just because Constitution for us is good. Intelligence and Wisdom.
Villagers tried to stem the Sahuagin,
and we're going to have to open up our inventory by pushing I.
To naught but grievous injuries. Korthos needs someone with more than just guts.
All right, so we're going to head and push I, and then we're going to scroll over the Amulet of the Brute, and we're going to equip it. And we picked up some gloves, it looks like. Resonance for Sonic Spell Power. Not something we need. Repair +2. Not something we need. So what we're going to do, now we're going to come over to the general vendor here. I'm going to go ahead and talk to him. I would like to trade. And here's the main shop. So you can buy, he's got a bunch of stuff here you can buy. Starter potions of healing light wounds, which can be nice. But for the most part, as a fighter, we're not going to buy anything from him. What we'll do is we'll sell all of our gems, and then we're just going to sell this stuff, because it's not anything that's really going to be advantageous to us. And then we are going to come back. And we're actually going to talk to her again. And we want to do... Click on this one. We're going to repeat Heytons Rest Quest. And we're going to come back over here. And I'll show you. Since we beat it on normal once, you'll notice that you now have hard available. So what we're going to do is we're going to go in on hard. So the reason why we're doing it this way is, one, you get the experience, because every time you do it on a higher difficulty, if you click on your XP button up here at the top right, it'll kind of give you a breakdown of how much XP you're going to get. So it says first time completing hard difficulty plus 20%. It says you have never played this adventure before and have chosen to play on hard difficulty with the delving bonus of plus 50%. So we're getting a total of 633 XP from this quest. So we're going to go ahead and do the exact same thing.
You hear the strange and
we're just going to do it on hard. It's
strange. Sarcophagi line the wall. You notice something strange about the wall.
We just kind of follow the exact same steps we did before. Go straight for the spellcasters. You'll notice that the enemies are a little bit tougher, and you may take some damage. But it shouldn't be a problem at all.
Glimmers in the dark passage here. There's a Sahuagin in here, performing some kind of ritual.
We're going to hit straight for the altar again. Ooh, we critted on it. Nice.
Destroyed altar. If you take it with you, it may be useful later. You continue to hear cultists about their evil work from
just make sure you're using all your abilities at hands. Your trip and your sunder. Because if you trip them, they can't do anything. They're easy targets. Sunder basically breaks their armor temporarily, so you do more damage.
Another treasure chest. Perhaps the
one thing I forgot to go over last time is the treasure chests here.
This heavy mace is a bludgeoning weapon,
it's kind of
ideal for smashing
obsolete by now.
Their bones are resistant.
It's kind of trying to teach you that certain enemies are resistant to certain types of damage, like bludgeoning, piercing, slashing. But where that is still the case, it's just not as important as it used to be.
Elsewhere in this crypt.
As you can see, it is taking a little bit more to kill them. But we're still able to do it relatively easily. And once again, there's your rest shrine in case you need it. You see, we've only taken 4 points of damage, so we don't need it.
A barrier blocks the way, and behind it, another Sahuagin performs unholy rituals at a devourer altar. This barrier
Spellcaster, trip them.
3 sockets in the wall. If you find the crest to those sockets, it may allow you passage.
All right, and then once again, we're going to go up to this chest.
It's out in the acid.
We're going to let the acid spray.
As the gate slams shut.
We're going to jump up. We're going to grab this. Ooh, we got some stuff there. And pull this lever, otherwise we won't be able to get back through.
In the middle of this chamber is an evil devourer altar.
Run right for the altar here.
When the altar collapses, a third crest appears.
Okay, so you see how the damage was in yellow? That means he is taken... He is resistant to slashing damage. He's a skeleton. Skeletons are resistant or immune to lots of things. They are annoying. But it's just one way of tell by the color of the damage that you're dealing with the numbers above their head. It tells you if they're resistant to it, if they're taking normal damage, or if they're taking extra damage. Okay, and then we're going to go ahead and place our sockets.
You fit the last crest in place, and the
we're head right for the altar.
The Sahuagin inside spits out.
I don't know if we're going to be able to get it in time. Oh, we did. Nice. I'm going to go ahead and come over here.
Your bold actions saved Korthos and brought the Sahuagin's fell scheme to naught.
Go ahead and do our chest here.
Antechamber
Warhammer.
yours.
So nothing too Go ahead and click your finish out. But nothing too useful. Go ahead and come back and talk to Kaja. You're going to get the same rewards. Unfortunately, it's just how it is. But, so all we're going to do is we're going to buy one and we can sell it. We'll just come back over and sell what we have. And then see if you have anything that needs repaired. Might as well just add all to repair. And we're going to go ahead and sell. We have a Mesa Contract Bane. Yeah, we'll go ahead and get rid of that. We'll get rid of that. We'll sell all of our gems. So the Emerald Brew and the scrolls. We don't need scrolls. Potion of Acid Resist. We can go ahead and get rid of that for now. So the next thing we are going to do, we're going to do that mission one more time, but we're going to talk to this guy over here in the middle. And you want to click on, I hear you have some good help available. So we're going to click on him. And then what we're going to look for is the cleric here. You want to click on the cleric. We'll probably click on the cleric. We'll get 2 of them. We do have the money. If you've sold everything and done your chest, you'll have the money to do this. So we're going to head to buy. Then we're going to run back over here and we're going to do this one more time. But before we do that, actually, we have, you can see that little plus sign above my head here. That means we do have enhancement points to put. So we're going to click on some enhancement points here. And the enhancement points that we're going to click on, let's see what we have here. We can spend both of our enhancement points. It says, while you have a shield equipped, you gain +1 hit, damage, and armor class. We can spend 1 enhancement point to get +1 fortitude saving throw. We can spend 1 to get a shield attack where on damage your physical and magical resist ratings are increased, which basically increases the reduction of damage that how can I word this? So it'll increase my damage reduction from enemy attacks. And this one says when you shield bash, damage enemies get -1 to their saving throws for 2 seconds. And then we have a +1 to balance. So balance, jump, and intimidate. So what we're actually going to do is we're going to click 1 for the shield smash. And then we're going to look over here on the Kensai Focus. Kensai Focus, because you can look at multiple trees and kind of see how they gel and fuse together. So what we're actually going to do is we're going to come over here to the Kensai Focus tree. And it says we get to select a group of weapons for your Kensai Focus. You gain a +1 hit with these weapons, and many Kensai abilities require that you use one of these weapons. We're going to click on that. And what we're going to actually click on is we're going to click on Heavy Blades. So what Heavy Blades will do, it says you focus your Kensai training and the use of Heavy Blades. You gain +1 hit with falchions, great swords, long swords, and scimitars. The exotic weapon mastery enhancement will add bastard swords and kopeshes to this list of weapons. Many Kensai abilities require that you use these weapons. These are labeled as focus abilities. So we're going to click on that because right now we're using a longsword and we're actually going to be working towards using a bastard sword. We're going to go ahead and click on that. And as it says here, the exotic weapon mastery enhancement will add bastard swords and kopeshes to this list of weapons. So there's actually an enhancement in here. I think it's this one. Yes. So right here in on your tier 1 here, it says exotic weapon mastery. Adds exotic weapons to your Kensai Focus. Axes add dwarven axe if you're not a dwarf. crossbows add great crossbows, heavy repeating crossbows, and light repeating crossbows. Heavy blades as bastard swords and kopeshes. Note, this does not grant weapon proficiency with these weapons. So we're actually going to have to get that weapon proficiency. But for right now, it still gives us the +1 to hit with our longsword. We're going to go ahead and click accept. And we're going to head and push C. Go back to our enhancement tab. And now we have a new ability here called Shield Smash. We're going to head pull that down to our hotbar. And we're actually going to put that at number 1. At least I am anyway. You can mix and match these, whatever makes it easier for you. Then we're going to go ahead and go right back to... Oh, I forgot to pick it up. Go ahead and talk to Kaja again. Go ahead and repeat. I'm going to head and go back, and then we're going to see how we have Elite is now open. So we're going to go ahead and click on Elite. The reason why we're doing this is 1, it unlocks them for you, and 2, the experience, and 3, it's going to give you favor. And favor is what you're going to use to unlock a lot of things. Like you can use favor to unlock extra bag space. You can use favor to unlock extra races such as Drow or Warforged. So there's a lot of things you can do with your favor, and doing it this way allows us to get to that favor. Okay, so now that we're in, if you remember, we went and bought those cleric contracts. So now that we're in, what we're going to do is we're going to double click on it. Okay, so now you see we have a buddy here. Now what she is, we have an hour of her time. We purchased an hour of her time. I know there's a joke in there, but I'm trying to keep this a little family friendly here. But so she's going to follow us around, and she is going to heal us. So what we're going to do is click on the little button on her. You can see she has a skill tree or a hotbar that just popped up. So we're going to click on the one right here that shows the 2 swords crossing, the little pink, or yeah, I guess you could say it's a pink button. So that'll kind of make her a little bit more aggressive in how she uses her abilities, and also aggressive in how she acts. Now, I will say this and stipulate this. So the AI for the hirelings, not very good. I don't know if they do that on purpose, but the enemy AI is a lot smarter than your hireling AI. I'll just say that right now. Okay, let's go ahead and get started here.
In the crypt, you hear the strange and unsettling
Go ahead and talk to him again. Open the doors. We're going to kind of run down this way. We're just going to kind of follow the exact same steps. We may just go a little bit slower and take a little bit longer because this is a much harder difficulty. We're going to go straight for...
What were those?
I mean, even on Elite, you shouldn't have too much of a hard time with your hireling following you.
There's a Sahuagin in here, performing some...
They're just basically going to auto-heal you. It's about when you take damage. Go ahead and take that. Shield smash, trip.
If you take it with you, it may be useful later.
Like I said, do not forget to use your
To
abilities.
hear cultists about their evil work from further inside the crypt.
Same thing. Shield smash, got him, and then trip. Actually, you probably trip and then do shield smash, but shield smash respawn or refreshes quicker. The cooldown is a lot faster.
Another treasure chest. Perhaps the cultists brought it here, but it's yours now. There's another Sahuagin. It croaks.
And head right towards the altar.
Another crest drops
Got it.
out as you smash the altar.
Shield smash, trip. Got him. Nope.
Elsewhere in this crypt.
Got him. I think we just killed him before the animation went through. Go right to the caster here. We're gonna try to shield or trip them. Yep, got a trip, shield smash. Our trip did not work on him. All right, so one thing you always want to do is if you're coming up to traps and stuff like this, you want to park your hireling. So, pull this up center here. If you see that very first hotbar location, you want to click on, you have two options here. It's kind of broken into half. You can see where it divides it. You want to click on this bottom kind of half here. And what that does is it tells them to stay put, don't move. Because they will follow you, run into the trap, and die. Happens all the time. I forget all the time to do that, and my hirelings will follow me through a trap and then just die because they're stupid.
Acid sprays out of the wall as the gate slams shut.
So go ahead and wait for that. Open up our chest real quick. Pull it out, run across. Looks like we grabbed a longsword there, or a bastard sword. And then you see how that, I think I forgot to show this last time, but you see how that gate is closed? Just click on this gate lever. It'll open that gate. And then if you stay to the right here, you'll avoid that trap. All right, now that we're safe, you can go back and push this top button, and your hireling will start to follow you again. If you learn how to when to tell your hireling to stop, when to tell your hireling to go, it'll save you a lot of headache from them just doing stupid stuff. They're still going to do stupid stuff, but
when the altar collapses,
they won't die as much from stupid stuff.
It glows with cold magic.
Ooh, that's looks like a big skeleton. All right, don't forget to pick up your shield, or the crest there, not the shield.
A magical barrier blocks
All right,
the
and
way.
then we'll go ahead and put him in there.
You fit the last crest in place.
I'm gonna go straight for the Devourer, Altar Devourer here.
The last devourer
And it's down. And then we're gonna go ahead and go after the caster. Why does everybody, for whatever reason, seems much bigger than us?
Your bold action saved Korthos.
Okay.
And brought the Sahuagin's
Loot our chest here?
scheme to naught. The treasure chest.
And then go ahead and loot everything. Looks like we got some type of armor there. All right, we'll go ahead and click finish. Okay. Go ahead and talk to her. And then, like I said, it's going to be the same thing. You're going to get the same rewards. Let's go ahead and click on whatever at this point. And if you notice, our hireling is gone. The hirelings are only with you while you're in your dungeons or in an explorable zone. We'll get to an explorable zone in a couple videos. But while you're in towns, they go away, but their timer does not click down. I'll open up the inventory here, so go ahead and push I. You can scroll over your hireling here, and it says you still have 53 minutes left, and it's paused. So when you're in towns, that pauses. You don't have to worry about it going away. You still have 53 minutes of being able to call upon her and use her. Now, when we go into the explorable zone, if you pull her out right away, even if that timer goes away, you'll get to keep her for as long as you stay in the explorable zone or you're in a dungeon. So you can be in explorable zone for 3 hours. As long as you do not leave, she will not go away and you do not have to get another one. But as soon as you go into town and she goes away, the card goes away, you don't have her anymore, you'll have to repurchase her. So, if you noticed, we'll do one more thing before we end this video. If you notice when we ended that video, we got this big blue flash and a boom, you know, it was just a big spectacle of lights. That means we leveled. You'll hear it, you'll get that noise, and you can see up here above your picture here that you have this blue guy with the little arrow pointing up. That means you leveled up. So we're going to go talk to our trainer. So when you level up, you have to go talk to your trainers to accept going to the next level. We're going to stick with fighter. You can multi-class, but that's a whole other can of worms that you'll do later on once you start learning the mechanics of the game. So just kind of, I don't want to say forget about it, but we're going to concentrate on getting to know the mechanics first and how things kind of work together. So you're going to click on them, and then you're going to click on advance to the next level fighter. And what we're going to do is we're going to do with their jump and balance. Go ahead and click next. And this kind of gives us a breakdown of where we're at. What we have is a class granted feat, which is second wind, which is like heal. So you can activate to heal 50% of your max hit points. Can be used once per rest. Gain an additional use per fighter level, per rest at fighter levels 4, 8, 12, 16, and 20. So that means when we get to those levels, we get one more use per rest. At fighter level 8, in addition to the heal, the following effects are cleansed from you. Ability, damage, blind, confusion, dazed, dazzled, defended, disease, exhausted, fatigued, enfeeblement, feeble-minded, nauseated, poison, or stunned. So basically, if we use this at level 8 or above, it removes any, not all, but like a vast majority of any type of debuff we have on our character. All right, so what we actually are going to select is, we're going to come down here, we're going to come down here, we're going to come down here. Bastard sword. I kept saying come down here. I went by it. We're going to select bastard sword here now. And when we select this, we do not suffer a -4 penalty on attack rolls when using a bastard sword. So the nice thing about bastard swords are you can use them one-handed, but they act like a two-handed weapon. They don't do as much damage as a two-handed weapon, but they act as a two-handed weapon as they get what's called breakthrough. So as you come up here and you can look for two-handed fighting, or sorry, not breakthrough, strike-through. It says, well, two-handed fighting, you get a 60% strike-through chance, which means when you attack, you have a 60% chance of basically hitting the first enemy and then striking all the way through to hitting a second enemy. And the higher up that goes, you can actually hit multiple enemies. So for every 100, anything above the 100%, so above 100%, you can hit 2 enemies. Above 200%, you can hit 3 enemies, and so on and so forth. So we're actually going to go ahead and select Bastard Sword. We're going ahead and click Next. And then we're going ahead and click Finish. I don't know if we have a Bastard Sword yet. I think we did pick one up. We might have gotten lucky. What is this? We did get a Bastard Sword. Nice. So, you may not get as lucky as I did, but you may. But we do have a Bastard Sword here. So when you do get your first Bastard Sword, you can go ahead and equip that. And you're not going to suffer any negative ability to hit. There's a lot of stuff here that we're really not going to have to worry about too much. Nullification. I mean, this is all spellcasting stuff. We're not a spellcaster, but it's a better damage weapon with more DPS to it. We did get some medium armor, which is definitely going to be better. This gives us combat mastery. Combat mastery increases our chance of successfully tripping, doing our if we have a stunning blow or our sunder. So we're actually just going to go ahead and equip that. And as you can see, we probably look a little different now. Yes, we do. You can see we're looking a little bit stronger there. There's a nice visual progression in the game as well. You'll start seeing some nice weapons, shields, and other things that will show up when you equipped it. Okay, we're going to go to our enhancements now. We have one more point we're going to use. So this point, we're probably going to go ahead and we do want to hurry up and get to the Kensai here. Or sorry, not the Kensai, but at exotic weapons to our Kensai tree. So we're going to click on this, which is grants bonus to hit and damage with selected weapon group. I'm going ahead and hit click accept that. It's not going to help us at the moment, but once we get one more point here, we'll be able to select this one as well, which will add this entire tree to the use for our bastard sword. We're going ahead and click accept. Okay, so I think what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and end it there. We'll kind of come over here and maybe get ourselves a nice little ending shot. All right. So this video is a little bit longer, but we did go through the 3 steps. You kind of seen the progression of how harder they do get as you progress and walk through them. There's a couple ways you can do that. You can either do it all in order like I did, or you can do the entire quest line once and then do it basically 3 times. So it's up to you how you want to do that. I definitely understand if you want to do each one once at each difficulty and then come back. It kind of breaks up the monotony a little bit, but it's completely up to you. You can play it however you want to do it, but that's just how I'm kind of showing it to you. I'm going to show you each quest 1 through 3, the difficulty increase, and how things can change, because enemies will get stronger. You may encounter different enemies, and you may encounter different traps as well as you start playing through the higher up difficulties. But I appreciate everybody joining me. I am changing my upload schedule a little bit. I'm actually going to upload 3 a week. So starting next week, I will start doing a Monday, a Wednesday, and a Friday video. I've been getting a lot, not a lot, but I have been getting a little bit more traffic to my videos than I actually expected. And I appreciate everybody watching and joining me. So I hope, once again, I hope you learned something. You got some information out of this, and you all have a great day. And